Hello, everyone. My name is Kevin Massey. I'm a major in data science at Penn State University and currently a sophomore. Right now, I'm going under the label of QuantumSink because I consider this a space where I'll be throwing many of my ideas down a creative drain, because if they don't go here, I will probably lose it anyway. Honestly, documentation for things are very important, and it comes down to, you know, how we organize data and all that. And that's part of big inspiration behind why I chose the data science track, from down to, just the information storage just being so crucial, but also, how we use those relational points of data to find out more about our world. And we'll get to that a bit later as well. But for now, we're going to talk a little bit about just how to use diagrams.net. And it's pretty simple. You'll even pull this aside here, and you can just drag and drop a box and say yada, yada, yada. You can click a point here, and basically you can drag an arrow down anywhere you want and adjust this curvature, these lines here. You can even say, if you would want to add text, that you could basically write in some text somewhere here. It doesn't really matter, and it's simple enough application for that. But those are basically the main things you want to know about using diagrams.net. From there, we're just going to talk about this flow chart right here as an example, going through quarantine and figuring out what we're going to do from there on. So down in just March 2020, before quarantine, everything was okay. We thought, well, yeah, stayed home over spring break and all that, and never came back until we had to go get our stuff and all that. Semester ends, thought it would be okay. Maybe things were having a semblance of normalcy eventually. No, that didn't happen. So I had to make a decision of whether I wanted to go online or on campus. Ultimately, I kind of just said, well, maybe online. It's pretty comfy at home. I did fail calculus though, because my grades went down, and I thought, maybe I'm just lazy, but online's not going to make me less lazy. So here we are on campus. I am making this video right now. Moving on from that, we're going to go into a little bit about SQL and NoSQL, just as a little thing at the end, just structurally, kind of talk about it with diagram right here, for instance. So as a basic structure, SQL uses tables and relates those tables to each other, basically relating that data so you can have it stored. And when you change a variable, let's say we want to make this ID number here for 2 instead of white, we want to make it blue. That'll update it here. You don't really need to change anything here, because it'll still call back the left shoe ID, and it'll still be, 2 will be equal to blue from there on. You don't have to do anything about that. In any case, with all those points relating to each other, it makes it a lot easier to update one kind of point of data and have it shown everywhere else. However, that does not make it any better than NoSQL, as it has its flexibilities in terms of not having a rigid schema as SQL does. However, it does mean that if I do want to change something in, say, an ID right here, as what's on the left is basically shown the same way on the right, change the same thing on the right, just in a different way. And what you'll do here is just, if you have to change an ID number, or if you want to change a color, you have to reflect it here as well. So those are the main differences, and I'll be teaching you a lot more about database structure later this semester. It's QuantumSink, and I hope you have a wonderful day.